Right, guys, carry on. After the break, let's take a look at the example answers by different candidates, A, B, and C, D. We have 4 candidates' answers. And by studying their answers, together with the marking of ACCA SBL examination team, we know the way that you are about to present your answers in your exam and what kind of answers earns mark and what kind of answers earn nothing, right? This is very important now because the fundamental purpose for our short session is help you to clear the exams as soon as we can. So guys, listen carefully. Check the first one, example answer A. Can you still remember the question number 1? Question number 1 asks us to write down a report and evaluate whether the acquisition of FRG is good or not, and together with your recommendations. So 2 from subject is good, completely all right, but earn nothing, earns no marks of it. So as long as you present them into the format of report, you earn the report marks. They don't really care about the names. They don't really care about the wordings that you use under the subject, right? So try to make it simple. And the next part of your report is introduction. How are we going to write down the introduction? 2 elements inside. First, write down your report aim. What is the aim to write down this report? Write it down, first sentence. After that, second sentence is to talk about the methods that you are using it to evaluate these answers. The approaches that you are about to use in your evaluation. Method, approaches are all acceptable answers. Right, guys? So let's read let's read this candidate's answer. It's not a correct answer. This is not a correct answer. It's just the answer for us to learn from it. So the introduction of that is the report assess the potential acquisition of FRG with recommendation of whether the machine shop should acquire FRG. Simple. Right. Take a look at the first one. Acquisition. Acquisition. The financial result of FRG is not quite good. This is I think this is Asian language. This is Asian English style. It is not quite good. So do you think this is standardized English? The cost of sales is approximately 83%. This is a wrong sentence. Why? Approximately it means about something. So when you give them 83%, that's an exact number. We don't use the exact number together with approximately. So from the English, the grammar point of view is wrong. But, however, in ACCA exams, they don't mark you wrong because you are using the wrong grammar. So what they give it to you is the valid answer. As long as you give them a valid answer, you earn marks. So normally about 3 or 4 lines in one paragraph earn 1 marks. One more time, 3 or 4 lines earns 1 mark. This is the way that they mark your answer. Sometimes when your answer is so good, they give you 2 marks on it. That's a rewarding one, right? But it's very seldom. So let's take a look. Let's read one more time. Acquisition. The financial result of FRG is not quite good. The cost of sale is approximately 83% of the total revenue. So here you need to make some simple calculations. So 83 is the marking point. Revenue, which is very much high, which means that the machine shop has to control it at any cost if it acquires FRG, clearly stating that machine shop would not be focusing on its primary options. I can see that this guy is definitely not a native English speaker, but the way they present the answers are easy and clear. So at least this one earned 1 mark. Let's read the examiner's marking. Marking statement said lack of profitability is a big negative. Use of English is not being penalized. That means the English is poor, but not penalize your English grammar. As long as you can say it clearly, as long as your answer is valid, you earn marks, ladies and gentlemen. So be careful. And carry on. The gross profit margin, GP margin, and NP margin is quite low, being 16.6% and 5.5%, which means that if this performance of FRG continues in the future, the acquisition would not be advantageous to machine shop. The FRG is bearing high financial cost, keeping in view current financial scenarios, which means that the company would not be able to pay the interest expenses as it. So this analysis is totally based on financial background, right? This is definitely a financial analysis. Earns another mark, and later one totally 2 marks for the entire paragraph, ladies and gentlemen. So let's read the comment. For calculation, 1 mark, and brief comment. That means you're good. If you calculate and comment on it, you earn marks. Listen very carefully. In your exam, whenever the examiner gives you the answer, you must use it. At least you calculate 3 or 4 ratios and explain and comment on it to earn enough marks on it. All right, guys? So don't forget, they don't really care about your calculations, whether it's right or wrong. They don't really care about the comment is professional or not. They give you marks because you calculate and you comment on it. Can you follow me? All right, guys? So do comment on it. And the second mark is for financial risk because this guy has demonstrated the risk awareness on it because he's aware about the interest cover, right? So up to now, 3 marks. And next paragraph. If machine shop follows organic growth, the growth would be quick as machine shop sells its product, meaning to treat customers, and the FRG has 30 different depots in sealant categories solely to treat customers. It would result in satisfactions and ultimately increase the customer portfolio as FRG is having an effective distribution network and a strong experienced sales team. So this paragraph shows this guy has a relative working experiences. I believe the guy is having at least 4 to 6 years of working experiences. After it's exactly the way that we as professional advisors in the auditing firms or the consulting firms before, the point that he was using exactly the point that we are about to use for the similar conferences like that. And the previous study showed that I have did the similar analysis like that. Can you still remember, guys? Right? So this kind of a professional way of judgment earned his another 1 mark. See, 1 mark. The part of a point doesn't make any things. The second one is despite misuse of the organic versus the ignorance, mark has been awarded credit for application to case and the point of distribution network. Right? That's practical knowledge. But however, the organic growth doesn't make any sense of it. As I told you that organic growth, joint venture, strategic alliance, or even the merge and the acquisitions, these are the primary way for the company to groom themselves. We can grow them by ourselves, organic growth. We can grow the business even quicker than the organic growth by acquisition. So if he says the organic growth will be quick, that's wrong. Organic growth is slow. Acquisition is quick. Can you follow me, guys? All right. So if you answer in the wrong direction, the ACCA examination team will not deduct any marks of that. So just to keep writing. Give them the valid answer. Give them the correct answers. They will only pick up the correct answer and give you the marks. If you answer into the wrong direction, no marks be deducted from your answer. This is a benefit for us. Can you follow me, guys? Remember it. Right? And after that, this would certainly eliminate competitions from the market as it strategically more improve economics of scale, and the competition would be less because the current machine shop has a strong market dynamic and the team is very much rational in understanding the market, which is more strengths of the machine shop. So I guess the guy's English is poor. Many of you have a better English than him. Right, the guy's English is poor, but still earn 1 mark. That's interesting. Next one, organic growth is also the quick way of making synergies between the machine shop and FRG. through improved marketing, better production, and the financing, and will surely improve the financial result FRG as well. This is her personal guessing. Does not have any valid valid data to support his answer. So if I was the marker, I will not give him a mark. But the marker was very generous to give him 1 mark because credit given for mark although not well developed. The answer was not good, but still give him 1 mark. That means as long as you can write something that the marker wanted, the marker liked it, you get the marks. So guys, let's just cross fingers for us to have a great marker, the marker that love us the most. All right, guys. So if I was the marker, I will not give him the mark because the final paragraph is irrelevant and is personal guessing, does not have any data to support his guessing. And after that, something bad is happening. The other answers he was writing, like organic growth and together with a conclusion, was totally wrong. Earns no mark of it, ladies and gentlemen. Because the answer was rather short, and the answers have a good structure, but does not adopting the right structure. As I told you, this answer needs you to have a model called FAST model. The model is constructed by myself. Feasibility, acceptability, suitability, together with the total conclusion. He did not present her answers in that way. Therefore, he earns the minimum amount of the marks just simply by some calculations and her professional judgment. I guess he has not studied the SBL papers before this mock exam. He's just the person who uses his own judgment on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, before your exam, you have to study the fundamental technical knowledges before that. All right? And poor information, the poor guy earned only 8 out of 24. 8 out of 24. That's the marks. That's the total marks he earned. In simple English, he failed the first question. Ladies and gentlemen, carry on. Next, question number 2. Question number 2 was whether the internal audit function should be set up. So in simple English, you need to list down all the advantages of setting up an internal audit functions. Right? Let's check his answer. To finance director from audit manager, subject whether it would be appropriate for an internal audit functions to be set up. First, the scale, diversity, and the complexity of the company's activity. This is a good answer because in simple English, as the company grow, as the business expand, as their operations become more diversified, we need to delegate the work. Because this is the 50 stores already, we cannot have 1 person or 2 directors among the 4 who are taking good of the internal audit works. We need to have a specific department and a function with the full audit functions, internal audit functions, together with the risk management functions inside that department to help us to tackle the questions like that. So diversity, skill, complexity is a very good answer. Therefore, he earns 2 marks out of it. And after that, secondly, it will be considered a number of employees and the size of the company is a little bit duplicated, but still earn 1 mark. The examiner liked him a lot. Thirdly, it would be considered the number of problems with the existing internal control system. That means the existing internal control system is poor. Because of the case indicates that it's poor. Therefore, we need to improve that by setting them up. And let's read it together. In this case, machine shop does not currently make sales online. The company's sales processing system do provide a considerable amount of data, which could be analyzed more. The higher number of stores needs internal control, so machine shop is privately owned and therefore not subject to stock market listing rules. The external auditors have often suggested that the setting up of the formal internal audit functions would be beneficial to review the control over the purchasing and inventory control. Let's read the comment. Although much of this is restating the information from the case, the fact that the external auditors have recommended is a valid point. So they only give you the valid point. They only give marks on the valid point. So the entire sentences could be shrinked into 1 or 2 sentences to earn the similar amount of the mark. So in simple English, I'd like everybody here to write something valid. As long as it's valid, it earns marks. If you simply copy some answers from the examination docket or the examination script, earns no marks on that. You need to be able to use that point from the scenarios and apply your own judgment on it. Evaluate, provide your own judgment accordingly, right? According to these cases. That earns the mark. Otherwise, you earn nothing on it. Right, guys? Carry on. So this question, he or she did not pass as well. 7 out of 16 still fail. And third one, big data. What is that? Big data, what is it? Definition, data, unprocessed information, useless without processing. Big means large volume created by the use of internet, social media. In my opinion, this is the wrong answer, but the marker likes him, still give him the marks. For stating that the volume is not good in itself unless it is processed and analyzed properly. So the definition of the correct definition of big data, I've already told you that, right? The keyword is review. You need to tell them big data is large, but the fundamental purpose for us is to review the insight. That's the definition, all right? So his definition earns 1 mark. If you write into my way, I guess you at least earn 2 marks on it, right? After that, the feature of the big data still get 1 mark of that because this is the 3 V's fundamental features: volume, velocity, and variety. However, there's actually 1 more way. We call them 4-way. We have a veracity. Veracity, that means accuracy of the data. If the accuracy of the data is not proved, your analysis will be wrong, right? So the accuracy of your data, called veracity of your data, must be proved solid. Therefore, we have 4 ways rather than 3 ways today. Therefore, the use of 3 ways was the old style of the answer, but still earn 1 mark, ladies and gentlemen. And then after the PowerPoint slides, he has the accompanying notes. And the examiner, since the examiner like him, give him a lot of money. Let's read together. Information is processed data. Big data is useless unless it has been processed by software. There are many sources of big data. They can include video, image. This is correct answer. Video, image. This actually, they are not talking about the sources. They are talking about the form of data. Video, image, sound clip, email, scanned document, data captured from cookies, and data captured from applications. Yes, correct answer. And then secondly, he further explained the 3 ways. So, slides number 2, similar answers. Let's read how many marks he got. Technical marks 8, guys. Totally 8. Professional marks 2. That means he earns enough money. He earns enough marks just by studying answers into this way. All right, good answer. I suggest you to go back and read, but before that, you need to study the fundamental knowledges first. Okay, and question 3B. 3B is the benefit of machine shop to for the EAC programming. Since we do not have the background knowledges on it, I'll just skip it. Please, you can go back and read the answers. So the question number 3, summary, he passed 17 out of 22. In simple English, this guy is good at the answers of IT. I think he studied some IT basic knowledges prior to the exam. Big data, e-procurement, he's good at the answers of the system-based answer. So which part of the answer are you good at it? Are you good at strategy? Are you good at ITIS? Or are you good at the project management? Guys, so in my opinion, I think you should study the entire syllabus before the exam. Don't always focus on 1 or 2 things. That's not enough. Question number 4. Ask us to evaluate the financing method. As I showed you that this guy has some financial background. So let's check his answers. First paragraph earned 2 marks because he calculated the interest cover. Second, calculated the guarantee, earned 2 marks. Yeah, this guy has financial background. quite strong. And cost of debt, debt relief, and disadvantage of bond, fixed payment, venture capital advantages, no requirement to pay the dividend, higher return, and exit road, and then talk about the control. I guess he passed these questions as well, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, 16 out of 16, he earned full marks. So this guy did not study the structure of the FAST, feasibility, acceptability, and suitability, but he has the strong financial background, perhaps because of his study in previous F fundamental level. And this guy has a strong ICT knowledges to earn his enough marks to clear the exam. So whether he passed or failed depends on question number 5. Let's check it out. Question number 5 are totally on your own imagination. As I told you, sometimes you need to have some creative answers, and in terms of the ways that you bluff. In simple English, you need to know how to bluff in this type of questions, because the information is rather insufficient. What you need to do is, according to your past experiences, and to provide the answers with the qualities of a new CEO need to be possessed. All right, guys? So let's read the question number 5. Dear Mr. Dave Ding, good day to you. I write this letter to highlight certain points about you. Remaining in the position of a chairman after the appointment of new CEO, you being instrumental in driving the machine shop to its current success, your vision of aggressive growth has made Machine Shop a very popular organization. As such, your remaining as chairman will help the new CEO to work under your wings. That means to help him ease in, as I told you, and work towards improving, making the organization even better. 1 mark for that. In simple English, Dave Ding's experiences count. And the new CEO is from outside. Having you as chairman will help the new CEO get acquainted with the organizational culture. Similar answers, another mark. And as you are very popular, your brand will help the new CEO to prepare the organization towards success by using the name of Dave Ding. This is actually 1 point. That means the experiences count. But examiner was very nice and gave me 3 marks, right? And after that, you were very successful in aggressive growth, which is mostly organic, but you were not very successful in managing acquisition. Yes, as we saw that the 2 acquisition, InkSub and LogTrans failed, right? Hence, you remaining as the chairman may hamper the organization from going through the further acquisition as a road to growth. Therefore, we strongly suggest you to step back, right? Yes, this is an interesting answer, and earn another 2 marks of it. And after that, the CEO quality. Where is the CEO quality? Where is the CEO quality? I don't think he has. That's a new CEO from outside. Oh, yeah, so you start from here because it's not clear. It's not clear that he combined 2 questions into 1. As the new CEO is from outside Machine Shop, he should have the freedom to implement his strategies. Improve Machine Shop. The CEO may not feel comfortable to focus on his strategy wholeheartedly if you remain as a chairman. Still the 1. I don't think he tried to attempt the question B. The qualities of a new CEO need to be possessed. So nevertheless, this kind of answer still give him a pass. I give him a pass. 13 out of 22. He passed. So let's check out the final answers of him. 61. Ladies and gentlemen, even the first question failed. He did not know the structure of the FAST. He still passed. So if he studied the FAST model, I guess maybe 70 or even 80 marks will be given for him. So this is it. So, and are you satisfied with your own pace? If not, start hard. Study hard, future bright. All right, guys, let's take a short break. After that, let's see the answers B. Please enjoy.